happens when you leave your whole layout to chance? Today I'm rolling the dice, literally, and letting each number decide what goes on my page. The results? Well, you tell me. Did I hit the mark? So I've been rolling the dice, and number 1 was a 5. Then I hit a 1. Then I hit a 2. Then I've hit a 6, a 4, and a 5. So that means I have got Ms. Peacock using a revolver in the billiards room. And I have to use blue ink. That's what this one refers to. And then I have to do a 4th of July page. Really not relevant for an Australian. That will be a trick. Now I need to work that one out. And then I have to use 4th of July. Oh, we don't even do 4th of July here in Australia. What am I going to do? And then I have to use a sticker. Okay, so 4th of July, that is the trick. Will I hit it? Won't I hit it? I'm really not 100% sure about how that's going to go. Hey there, crafty friends, it's Kathy here, and we're playing along with Clue on Ginger's Corner. And as you saw, I've rolled my dice and I have my clues. And the 4th of July is really throwing me. Being Australian, we don't do 4th of July, so I've really had to think outside the box of how this one's going to go. So I've decided to go with a red, white and blue focus. Well, that's American, red, white and blue. And I have some stripes there, so that's good because it's stars and stripes. That's what I'm going with. Red, white and blue, stars and stripes for my 4th of July, because seriously, a non-event here in Australia, but that's okay. We can all adapt the clues to match what we need to do, and we can all get creative where we have to. So I'm using my blue ink because that was one of my requirements, and I am inking the edges of my paper because I want to bring that blue in. I have do a little bit of blue on the background. There you can see it. That's Vicky Bouton paper. Now I'm going to use my blue ink here through my stencil, and I'm going to put some arrows in, and that's because I want to point to the center of the layout. And I am using Salty Ocean because that's that bright, brilliant blue, and I love it. And it's in an oxide, so it's a creamy color and just goes on so beautifully and blends so well. So that's my blue ink in on the page. Now I have my red here that I am going to back these 2 strips. And I am making it into a panel which will sit diagonally on the page. And because of that, I'm able to then cut out some of the middle because I'm going to need a little bit more, I think, for the layering. So I'll use the paper underneath to help me with my layering. I've just marked where that's sitting so I know where I can cut. And I do love this Vicky Bouton range. It's a great background. It's got a little bit of mixed media. It's got some print in it. It's just a subtle background, which is great, not just a plain cardstock. So I'm just going to put that down over that gap that I've covered, and nobody will know it's there except you and I and anybody else that watches this video. So I have now created my base, which is really important because once that solid base is in place, we can then move on to getting the layout put together. Now, I want to add layering into it. As you know, I like lots of layers, and this is a great layout to do this for. It is a diagonal, and I'm going to put a red strip of cardstock there through the middle, a piece of the pattern paper just to carry on the patterns. And then I have this beautiful paper left over from another page where it is a blue mosaic, and that's going to go nicely in behind my photos. And I'm just going to put in the second layer there, and I'm going to put the strip over the top to tie it all down. And you can see here I changed my mind, and I did put some more of that Vicky Bouton paper in instead. So I've adhered all of that into place, and now I can build my middle horizontal, and that's a landing point as well on the layout to build up interest. I did fishtail the red and white stripe paper, and then I've got a tiny strip of this darker blue which I'm being able to throw into that middle section there. Now these photos are of my son, my eldest, during his rebellion stage as a late teen, early 20s, where every few months he had a different colour in his hair, and this time it was the red. And we used to laugh because he worked at McDonald's at that stage, and so we said he was doing his Ronald McDonald phase. So he's got his red hair. I'm going to add in some more stripes because I'm going with that theme for the 4th of July, and I'm putting in a grid corner here to the top, and I will put one down at the bottom right as well, and that's the stripes that I'm adding in for my 4th of July theme. And it also then makes those photos pop up off that page. I'm just going to trim off those extra little bits that are sticking out over the edge. That's important so that my layout is nice and flat and equal. Now I have a title. Remember a few back, I had that word sweet. I couldn't find it to add to my sweet memories title. Well, I found sweet. That was perfect. I found it again. It actually ended up in a pile of papers, which was really bizarre. And I am using weathered wood to spray it in the distress. So that's another blue ink. And then I'm just going to build up the stars around the layout while it dries. I've used red, white and blue stars that I've die cut, and I'm just going to layer them up in the embellishment corners here. So I have 3 points of embellishments, and I'm using all different types of stars to build those up. And that's allowing me to have that 4th of July feel to this layout. So just popping them in place, and then I'll go off screen and glue them down and put some foam tape behind them. And I'm just going to put in some little ones as well to build up those little clusters. I'm just alternating the colours so that they pop up off that background. And now that I'm happy with that, I have adhered them into place. The next component I had to use was stickers. So I have these letter stickers here, and I've got them in the blue. So I'm using blue letters, and I'm putting in the word keep it sweet. And that's because every time you used to speak to him, it would say everything was sweet. So we're keeping it sweet with his hair. That's just a little bit of a in-joke with the family. I also have these stickers here that have word phrases on there about being individuals and living your best life and so forth. And they're just going to tuck in around the layout, and that's just going to finish them off. Be an individual, definitely was an individual at that time in his life. Purple hair, green hair, red hair, pink hair, depending on the day, blonde hair at one stage. He's actually a very dark brunette, and so it's very funny. I'm using a red marker here to edge my page to give it a border to finish it off and make it pop a little bit more, keeping in that colour theme. That makes it stand out really well, and also finishes off the page, as I said. Normally I will put a border with either another coloured paper or patterned paper, or I will use a cardstock, which I'm using to map my photos. But today I've decided that I'm just going to edge my page with a marker, a red permanent marker. It's a great little pen that I've used. It's coming to the end of its life. It's got almost nothing left. I'll have to invest in a new one. So I'm happy with how this has turned out. I have my blue ink, which was my criteria. I have it as a 4th of July theme with my stars and stripes and red, white and blue. And I have also done blue ink, red, white and blue for there. And I can't even remember what the other one was. Let's just check that I got it. Oh, stickers, use stickers. And I did that with the title and the word phrases around the layout. So did I meet the mark? Did I make it? So did the dice lead me to be creative magic, or did it lead me to chaos? Either way, it pushed me and it challenged me, especially the 4th of July, into different creativity, and that's the real fun of the game. If you're feeling brave, roll the dice and see what kind of layout you can create. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and share your result. I'd love to see what the chance and the roll of the dice for clue comes up for you. Happy scrapping, everybody. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you over at the next video real soon.